And then we're going to turn onto one side. So go ahead and come onto your right or left. It doesn't really matter which. I'm going to use a blanket under my head. If you want to use your arm, you can use your arm, maybe a little both. And then you'll want to have your knees about level with your hips and your feet right down from your knees. So don't tuck your feet behind you and you don't want them open, just right down from your knees. So we're very squared off. And this hand can just rest along the side of the body, or if you need that arm to feel like you're not going to roll back or fall forward, that's fine to have a little bit of a brace here, a gentle brace. So what we're going to do, we're going to open and close the legs with the feet staying together. So kind of like a clam, you're just opening that knee and then closing. And when you close, just rest completely. So we don't want to hold on to knowing that we have to go into the next contraction up. We want to completely let go. And it doesn't matter how high you bring your leg. It might just be a few inches off the knee. Or you might find that you can raise it a little higher, but it's really not important how high it gets. What's more important is that you feel what's activating and release. And also that you're not rolling the body back with the opening. So the only movement that's really happening is quite isolated. It's just that leg. So we'll repeat this several times. Again, make sure you're letting go after each release, after each lowering. The other thing is feel free to go at your own pace. So even though we're working slow here, you can rest completely for several seconds, even a minute in between if you want to. You can also feel free to hold the leg up there for longer periods of time. So this is about you and what your body wants. So just allow yourself to take what you need. And try to relax everything except the leg that's working. This includes the opposite gluteal, which you might find firing, and see if you can just relax that. We'll do a couple more. And relax. Now let's just rest for a moment. Let everything go. Now we're going to keep the knees pinned together as we lift the foot. So this is the opposite of what we were just doing. So keeping the knees together, so it's this inward rotation of the hip. The foot is flexed. And then release everything, including the foot. And again. So notice what you feel here. What's different? What do you feel in your side body here, the upper body side? And again, you can hold anywhere you choose. Or simply lift and lower at a slow pace. After a few times of that, if you would like to take this top arm and wrap it directly over the crown of your head around to the opposite ear, then when you lift the foot, you can also come and do a little side crunch. The thing is that we don't want to bring the elbow forward, and we don't want to roll back. So we're very much in a singular line here, bringing the foot and the elbow towards each other, and release. And again, just release completely everything. Let your head go. And exhale down. Inhale up. Good. Last time. Hold for as long as is comfortable for you. And release. And just let that arm support you on the floor or be alongside the body. Again, just check that you're not rolling forward or back through the waist, but right up on your side. Just note anything you feel through the back body or that hip. So we have one more practice to do here. So we're going to bring the foot, this leg actually, right out straight in line with the knee and thigh of the supporting leg. So just reaching forward with the heel. Notice that my foot is not on the ground. It's about level with my hip. And then from here, I'm going to swing the leg, keeping it in line with the hip. Just going to swing it back. My foot remains flexed. And I'm just going as far as I can, feeling the opening through the front of the groin there. And then swinging back and in, resting. So I open the leg, swing, and then close in. Now, if you'd like to, you can add this front arm. So as you open the leg, you can just open the arm slightly behind you. As you swing, let that arm move in opposition forward. So you're reaching away into the corner with this arm and back into the corner with your heel. So it just allows full extension of that upper side of the body. And then bring everything in and rest. So opening, there's a little bit of a twist here back in the whole trunk of the body, but not a big one. We're not doing anything too big here. So it's just opening that arm, extending the leg. Allow the shoulder to open really, but don't bring the whole body back. And then as you swing, coming forward with the arm, back with the leg. It's a really nice stretch. And then back in, and we'll do one more of those. Just take a moment to feel and notice the sensations that are happening. Okay, and then this last time, so reaching forward, make sure you're active through this foot, no floppy feet. And make sure you're even with your hip and not sagging in the leg or hanging off the hip. And then reaching forward and back. And bringing everything back in. Oh, that felt so good. All right, so take a moment to roll onto your back and just feel now the left side and right side of your body. You can have your legs bent or straight, whatever you'd like to experience. But really notice, wow, how does that side of the body we just worked feel? Does it feel closer to the ground? Does it feel longer or shorter? Does the other side feel a little congested? And then we can go to the other side. So for me, I'll pick myself up so I'm still facing the camera. You can just roll away. And make my blankie. So on this side, just making sure that your knees and hips are aligned, and again that your feet are directly down from your knees, so not tucked behind you. And really be up on the side of the body so that you're not rolling forward or rolling back, but right up on the side. So we're going to start with the feet staying together as we open and close the clamshell. Make sure you release completely. Again, it's not important how wide you open your legs. It's more the isolation of that working leg. This is definitely my weak side because I'm feeling a huge difference, and you might notice that as well. Interestingly, the opposite side, my lower gluteal wants to compensate for the weakness of the upper half. So, again, if that happens, it might be better just to do a smaller movement, just to make sure you're using the right muscle for the job. And feel free to hold. And rest in between. We'll just do a couple more. Good, and relax. Take a moment before we do the next thing. So that was our external rotation of the hip. We're going to now do the internal. So keeping the knees together, we're going to lift the feet. So again, the foot is flexed here, it's active, and lower. Again, just check that you're not rolling your body forward or leaning back, but right up on your side. I really love these somatic movements, especially in conjunction with a regular yoga practice because they're so complementary. The somatics gives us a greater intelligence of our own bodies and how they work and are meant to work. Good. One more. Hold. And if you want to wrap your head around, I forgot about that part, so we'll do a few more so that you can even that out if you want to do some side crunching, elbow towards foot, and then release. Release completely. It's sometimes difficult to remember. We're so used to holding our contractions, holding our stress, being prepared for the next thing. And if we hold that unnecessary tension each time, we actually weaken ourselves. The body wasn't meant to be in contraction 100% of the time. Good. And relax. And then it might be helpful to use this arm to give yourself some support as we extend that top leg directly out from the hip, 90 degrees, and then allowing it to swing back. And notice here, I just want to point out to you, I am not hanging off my hip here, close to the ground. I am elevated and even with my hip, so I have to really work. And then reaching away from the body with the heel. Good. And bringing that leg back in and rest. And then again extending forward. Notice what activates to help you hold here. And then swinging back. Trying not to roll with the leg through the upper body until we add the arm, then there can be a little more movement. Rest. So here, let's start to add the arm. So as you go forward, you can open that shoulder either directly up to the ceiling, or if it's comfortable to let it move a little bit and behind you, then that's fine. And then reaching forward with the arm as you reach back with the heel. Oh, and then bring everything back in. Feels so, so good. Okay. And again, forward. It helps to inhale here to lengthen, and then exhale, bring everything back in. So we'll do that one more time. Take a break in between, really release. So opening the leg to the front, inhaling, exhale as you sweep. Reaching forward, inhale, nice and long, and release. Good. Coming onto your back again now, let's just check in with both sides of the body. And see how they feel, hopefully more similar to each other. And the body more fully relaxed, soft, supple, hydrated. If you want to take a long body stretch here, feel free.